Almost every kid who loves playing video games eventually reaches a point where they want to build their own. When that happens, parents and teens usually make the same mistake. They head straight for industry-standard software like Unity or Unreal Engine. They start with high ambitions, but quickly hit a wall of dense interface menus and complex text coding that they just aren't ready for. Successful game creation depends on matching a platform to a child's specific cognitive development phase, rather than chasing raw software power. This chart maps platform complexity against beginner abandonment. Notice the dramatic spike when users tackle professional AAA engines. The goal is keeping them here, in the zone of proximal development, a sweet spot hard enough to teach, but easy enough to retain them. Failing to match the tool to the child creates a broken project, and more importantly, risks permanently killing their interest in computer science and STEM. Let's start at the base of the coding ladder, the 4 to 7-year-old demographic. We can call them the logic builders. At this age, a child's main cognitive limitation is that they struggle heavily with abstract symbols and written instructions. They simply can't process them yet. This document shows the Educational Games for Children design framework. The cognitive aspect section points out that text-based menus cause immediate confusion for kids in the pre-reading age. Instead, the framework recommends visual cues and high-quality audio to support understanding. This is why you want to use puzzle-based applications like CodeSpark, Codable, and ScratchJr. They require absolutely zero reading to play. By treating coding like a visual puzzle, these platforms successfully teach foundational computer science concepts like loops, sequencing, and cause and effect. Removing the hurdle of typing allows children to see immediate results from their logic. That early win builds the confidence they need to tackle harder computer science concepts later. Moving up the ladder, we reach the 8 to 12-year-old tier. Reading is fluent, and these kids want to build original ideas instead of solving pre-made puzzles. This is where we shift away from pre-made tracks and introduce drag-and-drop block coding, which provides immediate visual feedback for every command they snap into place. Scratch is the ultimate open-ended sandbox here. It provides immense creative freedom to build original 2D games and animations from the ground up. But Scratch's unstructured freedom means many children get lost without specific goals. If your child needs direction, they will do better with structured alternatives like Tinker or Code.org. Programs like Code.org use level-based block coding and have seen massive adoption in classroom environments globally because they offer clear pathways. We are also seeing modern AI-personalized platforms like STEMini enter this space. They solve the rigidity of standard courses by dynamically scaling the difficulty of gamified challenges based on how fast the user is progressing. Your job is to assess your child's working style. You must choose between a free, self-directed chaos of a sandbox or the guided progression of gamified apps to keep them engaged. Finally, we advance to the top tier for teens aged 13 and up. They view block coding as a toy, and they want to export actual 3D games they can share with friends. The traditional path is to transition to lightweight, professional engines like Godot, GameMaker, or using Python, which rely on real scripting languages. The trade-off here is harsh. This path requires a massive tolerance for frustration, reading documentation, and debugging text errors to learn transferable computer science syntax. AI-native engines like Nilo or Summer Engine offer a different route, bypassing traditional syntax entirely. In these environments, users type English prompts to instantly generate game logic and mechanics, building out playable worlds in minutes. These AI engines teach high-level system architecture and logic flow incredibly well, but they do not teach the user traditional line-by-line coding syntax. Teens face a clear choice: focus on long-term career preparation by enduring syntax frustration, or prioritize rapid creative output by using AI to hit a finished, playable game in a single weekend. To make a definitive choice today, we can map everything we've covered onto a practical roadmap. This flowchart starts with a single primary evaluation filter before looking at any software features. Can the child read fluently? If the answer is no, stick strictly to gamified puzzles like ScratchJr and CodeSpark to protect their early confidence. If the answer is yes, you hit the next fork, deciding between 2D block creation or 3D engine environments. On the 2D path, separate self-starters needing an open sandbox like Scratch from those needing the structure of Tinker or STEMini. On the 3D path, separate the teens who want to learn traditional syntax using Godot or Python from those who want to build fast without code using Nilo or Summer Engine. The most effective engine for a beginner is the one that fits their current skill level, ensuring they reach a finished project instead of a dead end.